Hello everyone, welcome to the Saka Show. So in this episode, we are going to do, as the title of the project in Scratch says, a not not an animation. What's wrong with me? A clicker game tutorial. So with this clicker game tutorial in our minds now, we could see that. How do we make a clicker game? So first, we need to get the fundamentals of it. So, first thing I want to think about, why don't we do the graphics first? I mean, that's the easy bit. Let's get the easy bit out of the way. So, we see the sprite one, Scratchy. Sorry, Scratchy, you're not included in this game. Maybe one day, but I don't know. So, delete Scratchy off the site and click a new sprite. I'm a little bit interested in the cosmos, so why don't we do Mother Earth, the planet Earth. So, first of all, to make it more satisfying for me, well, something that I like, put it in the center, the middle center, 0, 0. So set the x and y coordinates to 0 and yeah, both of them 0 because that's the middle, the complete middle of the entire screen. So now we can't just have the entire planet, in my opinion. If you use something, you don't need to use this background. We can't have the planet floating in space, so I'll just click the space catalog in the background, just click stars quickly, and now we have the graphics. So with the graphics, what we can do is now get into the game fundamentals. This is the most important thing. It's what makes the game a game. So now you grab this block in the events category when this sprite clicked. Make sure is the when this sprite clicked on none of these other blocks. I think it's quite easy to see. So with this when the sprite clicked, now we'll do a sound. So I apologize if there's no sound in this video because, as I said in some of my Duolingo videos, my screen. I think some of you might know this or might not notice because if did I tell it in one of my previous videos? Anyways, so basically, my screen recorder doesn't do it, takes sounds for some reason. So we grab this play sound block right here under, just click it under like a puzzle piece, basically. So play sound pop when until done when clicked. For me, I can hear it if I click it. So if I click it, then it'll make a sound. In my perspective, if you do this, well, while you do this in your computers, everyone, then you'll be able to hear it because you're probably not recording a YouTube video anyways. So if you are, then okay. So anyways, so with this when the sprite clicked thing, why don't we make it look like it's scoring a point whenever it is clicked? So clicking the variables category, the little orange thing under the green operators thing, click it, click make a variable, and just for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just gonna write score, even though it's already there for me. That's nice. No, that's nice. Spell score, Neutron. Crazy. So we have score. Now click OK. Now with score there, I would like to reposition it just here because it's nice. Because I mean, it's like above it. It looks nice in my opinion. So now what we can do is see. It says change score by 1. Drag it under this play sound block. And now let's see. We click it. And whenever it clicks, it should make a sound as well as scoring 1 point. Now, you might be saying, okay, but what happens if we click the green flag or like try to restart it? So, it just remains at 10, right? Like at forever, or like another score basically. Oh, come on, reset. So anyways, that's kind of strange, but I think we could all be seeing in the variables catalog that it says set score to 0. Okay, so we drag that block out because that's very important. Then click events and get a when green flag click block. We click the green flag and it's already at 0. Now we do this and that and so on and so forth. Right now our game is looking great. Right now our game is looking great. I'm looking in full screen mode and it's working. It's great. It's lovely. But this video would be far too short, even in my standards, to keep this will be far too short if we just have these 5 blocks of code in and one variable in the entirety of the video. So let's add some effects, if you know what I mean. So a good effect that everyone loves is the little pop effect, like you click and it pops up and back. So we could do that by then set size to say 1110, and in the looks category, and you'll see this right around here. Click the control category, and you'll see a wait block. 1 second would be far too long, even though it seems short. So yeah. So then let's do, how about 0.05? 0.05 seconds. And then we set size back to 100. Let's see what that does. So you click the green flag and it pops for a second, and then for like a split second, and it goes back down. Now this is great. Lovely. But here's a little secret thing I just want to throw in for a bit. So why not we add a thing I love so much? I put this in one of my games about Cookie Clicker, like a Cookie Clicker remake. It's a cloud variable. I know it sounds a bit confusing to some people who have probably no idea what that word even means. But basically, a cloud variable is like any old variable, apart from a few limitations. One, you can only have 10 cloud variables. Like, that's max, unless you're like some person who, like Griffpatch, you can somehow use an MMO with like 64 players. MMO from like massive multiplayer thing. Whatever that word was. So, but if you are not a full scratcher, if it says so, if you're not a full scratcher, then you cannot use cloud variables. But what you need to know is that you might be like, what on earth is a full scratcher status? So whatever that is, if you want to know if you're full scratcher status, then just click on your if you're signed in, click on your account, and then you'll see profile. So click on profile, okay, and then you'll see it says new scratcher or promote to scratcher status or scratcher. If you're scratcher, then you can use cloud variables. So since I'm a scratcher, I could just say I want it to be cloud variable. So I click the cloud variable, and you'll see you cannot do for this sprite only, because cloud variables send things to the cloud. So it's not like it could be concealed in that one sprite. So that's why it's only for all sprites. So now, why not we do something like world record? Like, that's already there. So the world record is like something, is basically, it keeps track of this, like a world record. And once you say okay, it'll have this. Please note, cloud variable can only support numbers, not letters or symbols. We don't need that at the moment, because we probably don't need the symbols and numbers or something. So why not we keep it somewhere around, like in the corner, like where it previously was. And we'll add some code. One green flag clicked. We cannot do the set score to 0 because we need the world record to stay there. Kind of like how the score variable works with this. If you didn't do set score, it'll just stay there. And actually, we want that. So basically, when green flag clicked, so we could do an if block. So first of all, do forever. If then you do this, and we see a greater than block, so we get this and drag it in. It's in the operators category, by the way. Do score greater than world record, then set world record to score. How about that? So it sets to 0, And while it does that, so say I get 10 points, I click this, it remains at 10 because that's the max thing it knows. And then if I go even bigger than 10, like this, it will also set it, and then we go back and it says the max stick is 26 like it was last time. So now you literally just added a world record system to your game. So that's very cool. And you might have the problem of when you're testing or something like that, it moves around. You don't have to do this, but what I want to do at the moment is just simply grab a go to 0, 0 block. Like this, how do you do this? So drag it here, and then you drag it here, and under green reflect just do 0, 0. And now it will stay there, no matter what. And now you can keep on playing for as long as you want with your clicker game. With world records, with the world record system, the ability to not need to keep on clicking on those things. And if you want to, upgrade so much more with your game. Because these are just the basics. You can do so much more. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. And make sure to like and subscribe. So, see ya.